Zuck's Delusions, music lyrics, and a congrats on 11 years. This is MacVoices. MacVoices is supported by Squarespace. Get online, build your site, promote your brand, and get paid all in one place at squarespace.com/MacVoices. Use the offer code MacVoices for 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Today's MacVoices is supported by HelloFresh. Visit hellofresh.com/MacVoices10FM and get 10 free meals. Speaking of Meta, since we went there, I'm going to just put this one up for your enjoyment. That Zuckerberg thinks wants to continue to blame Apple for Meta's problems. This one is this references something that was a little bit older, but it really just goes to show that Zuckerberg is living in his own little world. And
just shake my head.
Yeah, I mean, this is worth reading just for that. It's not a long one, but it just the way what he compares Facebook. He compares Facebook's posts and everything to messages inside Apple's Messages app, and says, well, Apple, they don't have to be researching this kind of thing. They don't have to be protecting people, and doesn't seem to see the difference between his platform and theirs. Kind of amazing. Okay, this is another one where I want everybody's opinion. Let's see. YouTube music lyrics now require a premium subscription, which translates to me to the question, would you pay extra money to have access to music lyrics?
I pay extra money to have no commercials and very happy about it.
Okay. That seems to have some
YouTube's music is included with all of premium.
Okay, so well then, okay, I'll rephrase the question then. Is there anybody that would pay, forget the ads part, would you pay for the lyrics?
No, if I wouldn't do it just for that alone, no.
Would anybody here?
No.
Okay.
I'll just go to Apple Music and look for lyrics. Thank you.
Here's another question. Did anybody here know YouTube had lyrics?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a fair
legit question.
Yeah, that's a very legit question.
Legit.
Sort of like if nobody knew that YouTube had lyrics, then their branding is not working very well to say it's something you get to pay for. Yeah.
How do you show lyrics in YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, when you play the song, the lyrics come up. And if you use the iOS app,
when you play the song, where?
On the website, music.youtube.com.
What's that?
A lot of people listen to YouTube Music.
I'm a YouTube Premium.
It's included in your subscription.
So, but I just, to your point, David, I got it to get rid of the ads, so I haven't really explored.
No, that's fine.
What does that do? Is it video or is it just audio there? Or
audio.
It's just audio.
But so, sometimes there are some music videos included in your.
I have Apple Music, so why? Is there some reason I would ever use it?
Probably not.
Well, I'm going to jump in on this because generationally, my kids and younger get their music from YouTube. They typically don't get it from Apple Music. So whether it has videos on YouTube that accompany it, or whether it's a still, or whether it is actually the lyrics that are scrolling by, whatever somebody has put the video together to represent, that's where a different generation and a different demographic goes to listen to music.
Well, I watch a lot of music videos on YouTube, but I don't use it the way I use Apple Music,
Sure.
I'm watching videos that happen to have music, but I don't know. Somehow that's different.
Before well, first of all, in the chat room, Webb said, great point, Jim. He didn't know either. So, um, Marty, can you elaborate a little bit on that? I mean, and I'm thinking in relation to the discussions we've had in the past about playlists. Do the kids put together a playlist of the videos or the audio files or whatever, and that's how they listen? Or do they click through and just find random things or pick somebody's collection of things?
Well, there's an easy and short description to what they do. Yes. Chuck, to all of those.
Okay.
But it is a platform for people to listen, for maybe not us, but for other, folks of other generations uses a platform for music. Not just musicyoutube.com. The video channels is where they find artists, videos in most cases, and they listen to the music that way. Or, stills with the music playing behind it.
Oh, I've definitely found artists on YouTube videos. I just went to music.youtube.com for the first time, and it clearly knows about what I've been watching on regular YouTube.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too.
Yep.
Eric, I was curious about you.
Oh, I mean, if I didn't have Apple Music, then I would pay to see lyrics, because I have no idea what anybody is ever saying, and I always get the words wrong, and from one time to the other, frankly I can't remember I can't remember a song, so I need to see the text. So yes, I use Apple Music now, but if I wasn't, I'd be somebody who would pay for it. Although if you just get it by removing ads, I might just go with YouTube TV instead.
I listen to quite a bit of music that doesn't even have any lyrics.
Yeah, fair point.
Then lyrics don't matter to you.
Look at that, Jim. You're saving
really
money.
don't.
Yeah.
You're saving money right there.
Are those lyrics searchable?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's
Brian?
what Google's for.
I was going to say, Eric, for not knowing sometimes what a lyric might be. I found a website that has a bunch of things people think the lyrics might be for various popular songs. There's one in particular, it was pretty funny here. Queen, We Will Rock You. The lyric, kicking your can all over the place is the lyric, but some fans might be thinking the song is saying kicking your cat all over the place.
Oh, gosh.
Huh.
All right, I'm adding that to the show notes. Brian, thank you very much. That's good. That's good. I find Eric's comment really interesting. I guess, Eric, if you do that on a regular basis, maybe it would make sense. But there've been times I wondered what some lyrics were, and I just Googled it, and there are a number of sites out there that have lyrics. And once in a while, I find one that I either completely disagree with or that I know is wrong. But because I guess they're AI generated, but it's out there if you really want it, and you don't have to pay YouTube or anybody else for it. So,
Chuck, maybe we're coming into this from the wrong angle.
okay.
This is a general question, not aimed specifically at you. What's your favorite music platform? What's the one you listen to all the time? What's your go-to? You're probably paying for that one. So whether or not the lyrics are part of that paid subscription at that point doesn't matter, because that's the platform you go to anyhow. And for people where YouTube is their platform of choice for music listening, okay, then they've got the lyrics included. And is this going to have a big impact on non-subscribers? I don't know, because I don't go to YouTube for music. But I get where this is a platform of choice for some people.
Again, one of those interesting things. I'd love to hear from people because everybody as evidenced by this crew, everybody uses some of these services maybe a little differently. Just when you think, oh yeah, what could be different about a music platform? You guys prove me wrong. This edition of MacVoices is brought to you by HelloFresh. Let's be honest, eating out is convenient, but it adds up fast, in both cost and calories. Eating in is always better than eating out, and HelloFresh makes that not only possible, but genuinely enjoyable. Instead of defaulting to takeout, you get fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients and easy-to-follow recipes delivered right to your door. That means no grocery store runs, no guessing what to cook, and no food waste. You get meals that are quick to prepare, taste great, and feel a whole lot better than another night of delivery bags and mystery ingredients. Whether you're looking for family-friendly dishes, calorie-smart options, or something a little more adventurous, HelloFresh has menus that rotate every week so dinner never gets boring. And here's the best part. You stay in control. You choose the meals you want, skip weeks when you need to, and cook on your schedule. It's the convenience of dining out with the quality, value, and comfort of eating at home. Go to HelloFresh.com/MacVoices10FM, 10FM, to get 10 free meals plus a free Zwilling knife, a $145 value on your third box. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. Again, HelloFresh.com/MacVoices10FM to get 10 free meals and a free Zwilling knife. Thanks to HelloFresh for supporting MacVoices. Today's MacVoices is brought to you by Squarespace. Let me ask you a question. Would you really rather rely on a social media presence or have a website that you actually own and control? Social platforms are great for discovery, but their algorithms, layouts, and rules can change overnight. Your website, on the other hand, is your home base, and Squarespace makes creating and maintaining that home base incredibly easy. With Squarespace's professionally designed templates, you can launch a polished site quickly, then customize it to match your brand, your content, and your style. Updating pages, adding new posts, or refreshing your look is all done through simple visual tools. No coding, no complicated back-end, just point, click, and publish. And when you want to evolve your site, it evolves with you. Add new sections, integrate newsletters, embed video, or highlight your latest work, all without starting from scratch. You stay in control and your site stays current. So don't build your presence on borrowed land. Create a site that's truly yours. Visit squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/MacVoices and use the code MacVoices to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, squarespace.com/MacVoices and the code MacVoices for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks to Squarespace for supporting MacVoices. This happened yesterday. I'm going to throw 2 articles in the chat rooms. And then, let's see, do I have this right? Yes, I think I put that right incorrect. Yesterday, Discord said that everybody was going to have to go through some kind of age verification. And then roughly 24 hours later, they said, well, not everybody. It's going to, I guess, anybody that is not going to areas that are designated as adult or limited access or restricted or dangerous or whatever is not going to have to do the verification. And that translates into adults. But they're also indicated that they have some kind of age verification algorithm that is going to evaluate your activities on Discord and decide whether you should be age verified or not. So I don't know. I mean, we have a MacVoices Discord. When I saw this yesterday, the discussion tonight was going to be, do I want to ask you all if you want to participate in the Discord to go through age verification? Is that something you're comfortable with?
Nope.
Whoa. Okay.
No.
Well, that was pretty quick. Okay. Well, the question is no longer there because I think I was about to say any of you would pass the adult age verification. Then I realized who I'm talking to. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in another 24 hours. Does this go away?
Chuck, I am totally comfortable saying it doesn't matter if it's Discord. any service like this that would require me to submit information like driver's license, other sensitive identifying information like that, that's a service I'm just not going to use. And it's not like I don't want them knowing who I am. It's I have no basis for trust that they can safely maintain that data, and there's no way that they can guarantee to me that that data will not be accessed or used in an inappropriate way. They just can't have it. So like if Discord says actually we changed our mind, everyone has to do identification, then I will just take Discord off of all my devices and I will never use it again.
That's pretty much what Barry just said in the chat room, Jeff. Same here. If I'm required, then I'll dump Discord. That's pretty strong. But I have to wonder if, judging by the reaction everybody had here and Barry in the chat room, and if anybody else wants to jump in, feel free. Is that the kind of response they got back and reversed their position, at least partially, in 24
I'm sure
hours?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just jump to Discord side for a second. Then how do you protect yourself? Because that would lead me to believe that there are some things on Discord that require some age verification or would benefit from it. And so how do you protect yourself? Or you just say, oh my God, no, I can't afford to lose half my customers or 75% of my customers, so I'm not going to age verify.
That's where that formula that automatically calculates that your age is okay comes in. Oh, yeah, we verified this person through our formula.
But if you, okay, I don't know how this works for Discord. When you set up a Discord channel that's adult content, do you have to identify to Discord that it is adult content? If so, okay, this is when you need to have some sort of age verification come into play.
That sounds suspiciously like what Marty was talking about earlier as far as taking responsibility for yourself.
And then there's that.
Yep.
Marty?
Yeah, I thought. Well, when this article first came out, I didn't read it when they said we're all going to have to do age verification, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, there is a paid version of Discord, and does that mean if I'm putting my credit card in, I'm automatically age verified? Frankly, I would pay $10 a month just to get the 10-year-olds off of Discord, but I would like an all-adult platform, not in content, but with consumers. But that was the first thing I thought. This, I don't know. This sounds like we're seeing this in Ohio, where they tell me that if you go on to adult sites, you have to do age verification, and some states are putting in age verification regulations. Ohio's not the only one. So I wonder if their initial reaction was, we've got some adult content on here. We're gonna get caught up in this age verification stuff that's going state by state. And so this was an initial response that they got burned on.
Brian?
Yeah, I saw the new article that was posted about backtracking, and there's a person who had written a comment on that article I thought was kind of interesting, and it made me think. It mentions that it's the terminology of the use of the word teen. If they would have, instead of using the word teen, maybe called it unverified status, or something of the not having a verification check mark or something of that nature, but still having, I think, the restrictions on content that would be viewable, may have had less backlash. And it made me think about, if it would have been told in a different way, if it would have been said maybe, if you don't have the verification, you can't access this type of content or channels or whatevers that are that are set to that you had to be verified for, as opposed to putting everybody in like you have teenage privileges. It's a whole. I think just the communication piece of it and the terminology used for it, I think, can make a big difference.
So I think riffing on what Marty said, does that mean that every Discord owner should, and I don't know, maybe it's in there because it's been so long since Brittany helped me set up the MacVoices Discord, that if you had an adult content Discord, that it be designated as such, and then if I want access to it, I need to age verify.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, or I mean, and force the age verification then, so that if Dave sets up a Discord and he says it's content and you need to be age verified to access it, then if I go to sign up for his Discord, I can't get in unless I do whatever the age verification is, whether that's a facial scan or something else.
Yep.
That doesn't strike me as unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable, but now we have the problem of how is that data being managed and how secure is it? And the answer is it can't be completely secure. So then if you know how it's being managed, how it's being used, how it's being stored, then you can decide, am I comfortable doing whatever it is to gain access to that channel?
Jeff, I'll play devil's advocate. So all I've asked for is access to this Discord, and all I've told it is that I am X number of years old, or maybe in excess of Y number of years old, that I'm 21 or over. That's all I've told it. Because by its nature, Discord is going to collect my email address, because that's just what you do when you register for Discord regardless. So have I really given it any additional information that would be unreasonable for someone to have that could be abused?
Well, for that level of information, that's just basically the base level for everything. But let's say that Dave and I start an adult content channel on Discord, which, by the way, if we did, we would make millions, Dave. But now we've changed the threshold, because now it's adult content. So what's the threshold for verification there? And is that something you're comfortable with? So, and I don't know what the actual verification would be. Like, do you need to provide a social security number? Do you need to let them have a scan of your driver's license, or whatever that info is? Is that now crossing the threshold of what you're comfortable sharing?
That point, you bring up a great point, because sort of the next step is, how do they objectively verify it? So, yeah. Oh, like I said, nothing is easy. Two last things to very quickly note. The first one is that our friend Dennis Sellers over at Apple World today, their site just turned 11 years old.
Wow.
So I want to wish Dennis congratulations.
Congrats,
on
Dennis.
that.
That's cool.
I remember when Dennis started this, and I know we had some conversations about it with him going solo and creating this site. So good job, Dennis. I'm glad.
Yeah, well done.
Glad you're still there.
Well, originally he had it was Steve. What's his name? There's another person.
Oh, Steve Gandy.
Steve.
Gandy.
No, Steve.
No.
Steve.
What's it like?
Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Steve Sandy. Steve Sandy.
Sandy. Sorry.
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
Steve Sandy and Steve Gandy are both local to me.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Also,
Yeah.
apparently I'm old. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Dennis's site has turned 11. So thank you because if you follow our show notes, you'll see a lot of Apple World Today articles pop in there. Dennis does an amazing job. But unfortunately, Dennis had some. Did I throw that in? I don't think I threw that article in. Sorry.
Nope.
So there's that. But then he also regaled us with some tales of having internet problems during the last big snowstorm and how Comcast responded to it. And so his conclusion in the title of the article is, if you have any choice beside Xfinity for internet, take it. And so you can read about his adventures and what they ask for. Yeah, sorry, David. I knew I was driving a stake through your heart with this one. So, but yeah, so just for fun, you can read that. Because I'm talking to you in an Xfinity connection right now. Because I haven't.
You lost connection.
Yeah, I know, that's true. Yeah, we've lost connection earlier. Yeah. So, wow. but I have no other choice for high speed. So,
Chuck, I now live in an area that has municipal broadband, so I have fiber into my place, synchronous gig connection, and it's like $65 a month, no data cap, and it is rock solid. And my experience with my service, NextLight, has convinced me that if I move at some point down the road, wherever I move must have municipal broadband. I cannot imagine living in a place where my only option is Xfinity or CenturyLink.
Yeah, I'm wishing. I mean, we don't have any fiber options here, and I'm wishing and hoping and wondering why we don't. But
you buried the lead on the Xfinity article because the title is damning enough, but the subtitle is even worse. If you have any choice besides Xfinity for internet, take it. The company is disorganized, has poor customer service, and is a tightwad.
Well, I was hoping you would go and read it, Marty, and thank you. You did. So
when we have time sometime, I'll share with you the horror story of canceling my Xfinity service. When I switched to NextLight.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah, I told you all about that, Dave. Yep.
I think we did it on on an episode.
Oh yeah, go listen to In Touch with iOS and learn all about how Comcast tried to shame me for wanting to divorce them.
Oh, well, they do that all the time.
Kidding.
They do that all the time. Every time I call to try to make a change. Now, do you realize you're going to be missing out on all this great content?
Yeah, but did they use the word divorce?
No, they didn't use the word divorce.
Oh, they did for me.
They kept saying
that's true
out.
For all divorces, though, Jeff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, well, before we go down a road that I really don't want to go down, I do want to say, Brian asked Jeff if you could have the fiber cable extended the whole way over to his area.
You know, relatively speaking, you're not that far from me, so anything's possible with enough money.
Yeah, there's that little detail. It's money.
Mile and a half away, and I don't have it, so.
You just have to FaceTime to the optical port. Hold up your.
Yeah. That's so crazy. It just might work.
Mm-hmm.
And Webb in the chat room gave me advice. Thank you, Webb. He said it's time to move. Yeah. Do you have a good realtor in Kansas City? I'll think about it. Guys, thank you. This was a lot of fun. We got through a lot of stuff, a lot of varied stuff tonight. Some good, some not so great, but hey, that's just the way the weeks tumble. So let's go around the room, let folks know where they can find you, and then we'll go to After Dark. Dave Ginsburg, thank you for being here. Where can folks connect with you?
Thank you, Chuck, as always. Love being here. And you can find me at In Touch with iOS at intouchwithios.com. YouTube channel is youtube.com/intouchwithios. I'm on the Vision Profiles on Monday nights with Marty and Eric. Tuesday nights here on MacVoices Live. Thursday nights, we record In Touch with iOS. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the YouTube channel. And I'm on the Mac Show on Fridays in the morning, usually. And you can find me on Blue Sky, Mastodon at DaveG65.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Marty Gensius, thank you for being here. I'm sorry that your world has so much pressure on you, but I'm glad that you came, and hopefully we took a little bit off.
Come on, it's bad funny, Chuck. It's
I'm
BF.
sorry. I lost it. BF. Bad funny.
Well,
funny.
Thanks for having me. This is, after a long day's work, hard day's work, it's always fun to get together with friends on this. And so it's quite a relief. You can find me and the things that I do at thepodtalk.net is the website. Mondays with Dave and Eric on Vision Profiles, streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesdays here with this great group. Thursdays with Dave Ginsburg on In Touch with iOS, and Friday mornings when I can make it to the Mac Show with the British Tech Network. Other projects and other podcasts I'm doing, go to the podtalk.net website and you can see the other things that you might be interested in listening to. Find me at Gensius, Jencius, both on Blue Sky and also on mastodon.social.
Thank you, Marty. Appreciate it. Eric Bolden? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You and the Peacock. Where can folks well, I know where we can find the Peacock. He's in the tree, but where do we find you?
Well, when I'm not out trying to lasso a peacock, I can be found on Mastodon at EA Bolden at mas.to. Otherwise, Monday nights on Vision Profiles, Tuesdays here on MacVoices Live, and Thursdays on In Touch with iOS, kind of covering all of the OS bases and news throughout the week.
Great. Thank you, Eric. Jim Ray, thank you for being here. When you're not listening to music, where can folks find you?
Well, it appears that, as far as I know, no one signed up for the MacVoices Patreon so they can connect with me. So
What's wrong
forget
with
it.
people?
You just can't hook up with me. Forget it. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. I got nothing. I don't know what to say to that. So I'm just going to move on and say, Jeff Gammon, thank you for being here. Where can folks connect with you?
Well, when I'm not hanging out on the ProView.com website looking for Jim, you can find me on the social medias as Jay Gammett, and mostly though on Mastodon, PixelFed, and Blue Sky. And then for shows, here with you on Tuesdays for MacVoices Live, on Dave's In Touch with iOS on Thursdays, and then on the Big Show and the Mac Show on the British Tech Network. Also, Brian Chaffin and I, we do The Context Machine, and Patrice Brindamore and I do Retro Rewatch. Also, Brian, I'm giving you a shout out for Retro Rewatch because the fact that you put together a whole spreadsheet to rank how Patrice and I are rating each episode is just so cool. I love that.
Labor of love.
Thank you.
Well, it is Valentine's Day is coming up. Brian Flanagan Arthurs, thank you so much for being here. Where can folks find you?
Best place to find me is most Tuesday evenings here. Otherwise, please feel free to connect with me on my website, brian8944.com.
Great. Thanks so much. Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices Live. We do this Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube at youtube.com/MacVoicesTV. Come and join us. The chat room was pretty active tonight. We had people coming and going, and I love that. I love it especially when they contribute to the discussions because they have different perspectives or things that maybe we didn't think about. Until the next time, and as always, thanks for watching.
Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page. And get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.